Hey, okay, good day, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you are watching from. I just want to say good day today, and I hope today's program will reach you well. I'm sorry that many of you that asked me to give you an update whenever I'm coming online. I'm sorry I just came online, and I hope some of you will catch up with me, or maybe you will come back later to pick up with me, guys. But today's program that is very important that I have to discuss today's program, considering what we are going through as a people, and I hope that we can all unite to make this thing happen. So today's program, guys, and we'll be looking at some of the most difficult things that we need to discuss. I'm from the Igbo side, mainly the Biafra territory, and as a Kingsman, it's also a concern to me to see that our people get a lot of things right. And those things is something that we'll have to discuss tonight. A lot of people have come over to ask me to discuss this. And while Obi is always about the voice to the voiceless, and we hope that we can come back today and make a reasonable understanding and cheer up each other. We can disagree to agree, but let's think how we can do more better to help our own self and our people function. A lot of people are looking up to us, and whatever we do today whatever we do within these few months, I must say maybe in 2 weeks' time or 3 weeks' time, may affect generation. And people don't want to get it wrong. A lot of people now, they are stressed. They don't know if to go up or to go down. So today's program, that's what we'll be looking at too. Like you see the topic. If you decide to help me to contribute, you can call in and we can share opinion, guys. It's so touchy today. I have read so many things. And before starting tonight's program, I will also give credit to Australian, those Australians that goes to Turkey to rescue those that victim of earthquake. I really empathize with them. Turkey is very important to me, and I sympathize to the family. That's what I'm saying, that every life matters. It doesn't matter what color, what race you are. When we lost life, either a black life or a white life, whatever life it matters, we got to, show effort. I also encourage the Australian government, the same effort showed in Turkey, they should also extend that to some side of Africa that are also going through the same tribulation, so that we can share. We don't want to be, when things happen to certain race, we celebrate, and things happen to other race, we keep quiet. We want the whole thing to be shared, wherever we have bonded. And people should not be, live in oppressive environment that they don't want to live onto. So our program tonight, while we wait for people to come in, I always play old music. Today, I will bring you one of our very fine music, one of a legend. We are talking about legend today. I see people attacking Peter Okoye. You see, that's why you guys have to promote Law Obi. When you look at the media, most of the attack in the media, you guys know, it's not the side of the Igbo side. It's the other side that is attacking Peter Mo. When we promote the media, when you fought, when I tell you the fight of Biafra was won on the media. And because of the media, Nnamdi Kanu is able to reach a lot of people to build momentum. If we refuse to invest on some of our, broadcasters that help to promote us, then when things like this happen, you will be at your mercy. That's why you need to promote, your own media. Every country have their media. I was listening to one of our brother, I forgot his name, that was talking about how BBC, how CNN was built by British and America in order to promote their view around the world. And Al Jazeera was built by the Arabian world to promote their view in Arab world. So this is one thing. Media is very important. We have to stick on the Obi and other Igbos that are promoting the culture. All right, guys, let's play this one while we get other people coming. So, guys, go share. Please share this video if you can. Please help me share, please. Thank you for coming again. Let's share. I'm trying to share, guys. What's up? Hey. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for listening to this wonderful music. This is our legend, very show promoter, our legend. Many of you guys may not be familiar with this guy, but he's a very big legend in our culture. He tells a lot of stories about lives. I hope that our youth also, we can take a time to listen to his music. He tells a lot. He tells, things that happened those days and how it happens and what, penalty and punishment have been taken over those things that happen. So I like us to also remember people like this and make sure that we can sometimes, some of us that can speak Igbo very well, then we can encourage our youth that, don't understand Igbo, so they can also benefit from such a music. Anyway, guys, today's program is very important to me and it's very important to you guys. The Nigerian election is coming and there is a crisis in Igbo lands. You guys have heard the announcement made by Mazi Simon Ekpa. I will also play the announcement now before we continue. You guys have had the announcement made by the DOS-IPOB. You guys have heard the voice of Ohanaeze Ndi Igbo. You have heard the voice of Igbo Mandate. I will bring these things to you guys. Can we just debate this and make it, easy? Because you that are listening to, you have your siblings, you have your brothers, and nobody knows. Nobody wants their life to be lost. If out of 30, if they take out somebody's life, maybe the person that is providing for the family, or maybe become a victim either by one or the other. So we want people to be in the same page. Now, where are we going as Igbos? Which part are you taking as a woman? Which part are you taking? What do you think we can do? Now, let's go and listen to this. Listen to Simon Ekpa first before we start this, because that's where the whole thing lies now. Let's go here and listen.
23rd day of February 2023, there will be sit at home. 2, on the 24th day of February 2023, there will be lockdown in entire Biafra territory. 3, on the 25th day of February 2023, Biafra land will be under lock and key. On the 26th of February 2023, Biafra land will be sealed and will be under lock and key. There will be no movement of chicken.
Oh.
On the 27th of February 2023, Biafra land will be under total lock and key. On the 28th of February 2023, Biafra land will be under lock and key. I want Biafrans to understand that this particular date and days is still subject to review. The review in the sense that...
Okay, guys, now you guys have heard where we come now. This is a big problem that we are having now, and I would like us to look onto this. These days that our brother Mazi Simon just called now is a very vital day in a country called Nigeria, and in a territory called Biafra. Biafra territory, mostly the Igbo side. And you know, when you talk about the economy, I heard, you know, yes, guys, please, I will tell you guys, if you also, some of you that asked me what to say about, what did I say about Peter Okoye and Shegu, you can go to the Obi YouTube, and I think the videos have been up there. But let me just say this. When Shegu says that Peter Obi went and invested in Palama, and he's supposed to pay tax in Anambra State or Nigeria, if he loves Nigeria so much, I think he is very ignorant. Don't you ask him, why would those people that are building, why will Igbos be building house in Lagos when they need to build it in Anambra and pay revenue in Anambra? Why should Igbo have their ship, their containers stop in Lagos when their containers supposed to stop in Anambra, in Niger River, where they should not, they will pay those taxes, they will pay those duties in Anambra State? So this is an ignorance. I just leave it there. But now let's focus on this. This score have been high. A lot of people are debating on this. Even the so-called, there's a lot of things have gone into this case now. Before I come over here, people ask me that, it's like few days to the election. We have to debate this, and let's see what across our Igbos, what they told us and what they think about this. You see, let's start from here. I'll just get you guys so easy. Guys, you guys can see that. Let me get it back again. Okay, this one is Igbo Mandate. Igbo Mandate, when Ohanaeze Ndi Igbo, basically Ezife contacted them and told them about, why will Simon Ekpa be behaving this way, and they have spoken to IPOB. IPOB told Ezife and Ohanaeze Ndi Igbo that they are not involved in saying lockdown on election day, that IPOB will not stop election, that election should go on. This is the stand of DOS-IPOB. Now they talk about autopilot. Remember, before I made a video when we talk about Simon Ekpa, the history of Simon Ekpa, brief history. In that video, you remember there's a place I highlighted that Ohanaeze Ndi Igbo placed 50,000 bounty on Simon Ekpa. In fact, for them to work on that, they reckon that Igbo Mandate Congress will help them to execute such a vicious art. But unfortunately, Igbo World Congress comes this way. They say, they made it clear, they told Ohanaeze Ndi Igbo that they are not involved in this so-called problem they are having. They say this one. They say, secondly, Igbo Mandate Congress can confirm to you against Sir Simon that Simon Ekpa has joined a powerful court in Europe, and the vicious group could rather bring down Nigeria than surrender him to any authority. Now, guys, this is when they told them, they talked about, rendition of Simon Ekpa or kidnap or maybe doing some dirty job over Simon Ekpa, but now these people, they made it clear that they are not involved in this. And the Simon Ekpa is like belong to a group that they are not, those group are not ready to play those kind of things. But these people made it clear again. They said the IM, that's the Igbo Mandate Congress. Igbo Mandate Congress is actually powerful like Ohanaeze Ndi Igbo. So they say this, they say Igbo Mandate Congress also claimed that through both spiritual and covenant radicalization, the plots by association to burn all Peter Obi and other political board were suspended. That's this is by Simon, okay, he said it, that the plot for massive slaughter of Igbo politicians on account of Mazi Nandika were also suspended by. So now they are telling you this, that they are not involved in this, that Mazi Simon Ekpa have relaxed and tell people that they should not touch Igbo politicians or any bond down of Peter Obi team. But now they also made it clear to Ohanaeze Igbo that they are not involved in any rendition or going to kidnap someone or whatever it is, that they are not getting involved there. I will tell you what they said about their own stand. They are making it clear. Now let's go up. I will highlight this thing more. So before we continue this thing now they say, we just had endorsed, okay, this is Ohanaeze Ndi Igbo, okay, those Igbo Mandate, they said we just had endorsement of Peter Obi from Southeast, Middle Belt, and Forum. This is what they had. He said, please Simon Ekpa and his group to stop. Okay. Then please tell Simon Ekpa and his group to stop. The whole Nigeria is rooting for Peter Obi. I have spoken with Emma Powerful, and his men are solidly behind us. They say they will not stop the election. Now, guys, this is Ezife. Ezife was telling that Igbo Mandate Congress that they see that as if they are backing Simon through donation and other things. They want them to ask Simon to stop. Now they say they have spoken to Emma Powerful. They have spoken to IPOB, and they all say they are on their side, that they are not going to disrupt election or stop election. But now, as if they have this concern, he said, I have spoken to Emma Powerful, and his men are solidly behind us. They say they will not stop the election. But now he was talking to Reverend Akukwe. So now, guys, the effort comes that why Mr. Simon Ekpa, Mazi Simon Ekpa says, we had his announcement there that there will be no election. There will be no election, that it will be locked down. Total lockdown in Igbo land, and they are going to enforce such a thing. Nobody wants anything to, property damage or life to be lost, or Nigerian police to, Nigerian police, they may come and engage everybody and destroy things. Some of the Nigerian army and police, they may use the opportunity to steal from the Igbos. And then he continues to say, the Reverend said that earlier, Reverend Akukwe had earlier informed the Igbo Area Consultative Forum that politicians are sabotaging their effort to secure the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, including, now let's continue here. I want you guys to see what they said here, including, okay. Another say that had earlier informed the Igbo elders. Now this is the problem. So when we said, why is this election not going? So this Igbo Ohanaeze, they knows the problem ahead, but they refuse to act. The Reverend in question, say he have informed them before that some Igbo are sabotaging the effort to rescue, to secure the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, including the effort made after the 14th January, which means a couple of weeks ago. Some Igbos are sabotaging that, knowing definitely that for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to come out, it will bring peace. There will be peaceful election. But these people refuse. They refuse to allow that passage to work because they don't want an election to go, or maybe they want candidate of their choice. So our Igbos now, when we listen to Mazi Simon earlier, we listened to him, he says that his decision is subject to review, which means there is kind of lapses somewhere that there may be change of mind. But can we say this? Do you want election to hold in Igbo land? What do you think? Do you think that like you buy Mazi Simon Ekpa that says that okay, if they want election to do, they should go and release Mazi Ndi Igbo first before anything? That's his stand. Why did DOS say okay, you guys can have election? DOS and their IPOB say you guys can have election. Then after election, we can start talking about Mazi Ndi Igbo again. But Simon Ekpa feeling that okay, this is an opportunity to release Mazi Ndi Igbo. He's not feeling well. This guy health is at stake. So why can't they go there and release him in order for peace to ready? They can have their election if they win. They make, it depends what people want. So what is our take as an Igbo? You that are keeping quiet there, we have family, we have brothers, we have siblings, we have relatives, we have friends that probably be over there. These people now, they don't know if they will go and vote and come back safely, or they will go and vote if we never see come back. We don't want any family to be victim. And we don't want people to be victim, either from the other side. So how will our people stand on this thing? You that listen now, just sit down and think about this. The election is at hand. The Igbos say that, Ohanaeze said that he had just got endorsement from other tribe to Peter Obi. That Peter Obi is, a lot of people are rooting for Peter Obi. So how do we manage this? That's the problem now. How will we Igbos manage this difficult time? We are in a big problem. We are in a big problem, whether I like it or not. I don't like to see that anything been lost. Whether property or life, we need to find a way to manage this. So, what is your own intake? That is what we are going to see. This is the Igbo mandate is not part of any. The Igbo mandate made it clear, and they say Igbo mandate is not part of any plot to extradite or release Mazi Simon Ekpa. Our grieves with Mazi Simon Ekpa is the multiple seats at home and the attendant bloodshed, attack on security agency, and attacks on democratic institution, which is his boys are championing. So these people, Igbo mandate says they don't have any problem with Mazi Simon Ekpa. The only problem they have, they perceive that his boys are attacking some of the government properties in Igbo land. They are attacking, Mazi Simon Ekpa should stop the sit at home too, and also some institution. So now, even the Igbo mandate are not in full support of election. Their support is the sabotage they face from some Igbos when they try to go and release Mazi Ndi Igbo. Now, Ohanaeze Ndi Igbo, I would have said to my own understanding that they should have gone and make sure that their road is clear and, release Mazi Ndi Igbo, because I think by releasing Mazi Ndi Igbo, he will come and speak to his people, and then his people now can either stop. They will stop. They will stop this. Why can't we do the needful force than going and attacking Simon Ekpa? Simon Ekpa, I don't think Simon Ekpa is actually the problem here, because his own demand is that Mazi Ndi Igbo should be out and speak to his people. So you that are watching this today, how do you feel? Do you feel that the election will take place in Biafra land or in Igbo land? I'm just being specific in Igbo land. Today, I'm being specific in Igbo land. You that are watching me now, do you think the election will take place in Igbo land? Do you think out of 20 that went to throw their vote, the 20 will come home? I know that you may say, oh, okay, out of 20, if 2 die, there's no problem. But that 2 that die may be the breadwinner of their family. Maybe those people that have answer to unlock some things that we have just taken away. It may take us many years to get such a people again. So what is your take? How can we survive this problem now? Both sides are right. This comes a problem, both sides are right. I don't think that Igbos have an opportunity like they have on Peter Obi. But should we be carried away? This is like threading your brother in order to acquire wealth. That's what is going to happen here. We try to thread Nnamdi Kanu in order to acquire wealth. While some say, no, we don't need to thread Nnamdi Kanu in order to acquire our position. Nnamdi Kanu should be out. So, and you yourself, I know many of us, we feel like let there be election. We feel guilty. We want election to happen. But how do you feel Nnamdi Kanu himself coming out to join you to feel the same way you feel? Or how do you feel Nnamdi Kanu to be in detention while you are celebrating either win? So that's the problem we are facing today. And people have asked me to come out to discuss this. And I think that it is time that we sit down properly and discuss such a thing and see that whether we can make a way or make a wave that will help our people. Do you think that election should hold? Peter Obi went to Lagos and he did well. I enjoyed him. I love him. I see how he works. I know Peter Obi is the best candidate if Nigeria wanted to achieve well. Peter Obi is the best candidate. But why would President Buhari release Nnamdi Kanu? That's the problem here. And our Igbos have not put much effort like they are putting on Mazi Simon Ekpa. I remember when they did the 5-day sit at home or something like that, the whole Igbos were signing petition. And I said, why haven't these Igbos signed the same petition in order to release Nnamdi Kanu? We are just talking. So guys, we are in a big trouble today. We have to sort this out. And that trouble is that where we are here now. You see, this is Ife himself. You guys are wondering, that is Ife. So I don't know. We can ask ourselves, are these people, are they really, have our interest, or they are just there in order to feed their pockets? The politicians that we have in our eastern side is sometimes very unpredictable. Now we have seen a lot of plays that people say Igbo man like money more than his brother. But Igbos have not ascertained a lot of things that will make us to think that way. Should we give Peter Obi a vote and so that Nnamdi can come out, then they can pressurize him to either go on round table to make a dialogue, so that either they call referendum or the country should go their separate way. Personally, I don't want to give my personal opinion here, but personally, like I just always want to stay neutral when I'm talking like this, my opinion. But I feel this way because it's something that is very, very precious now. I feel that I always said it, that Igbos have not gotten government presence in the eastern side. If there's opportunity for Peter Obi to win, to me, I would say that we should actually give this election a go and wait for the election. Then if the election do not matter, if Nigerians feel that, because as things happen now, Peter Obi is the best candidate so far on this thing. So if they refuse to give him a chance, we definitely know that even the new generation are not interested with Igbos. Then we have to pack our load and leave. Everybody will be totally convinced. But now, people say that, no, if we have to contest the election and fail, they will say, well, you don't need to soak when you contested the election. So this is the problem we are now. I don't know you that are watching this, because when you look at the eastern side, you don't have any federal presence in the eastern side. Good house you find in the eastern side is built by an individual or a company. You can't find, unless from government house, maybe governor's house. You can't find that Nigeria today, you want to do something today, they ask you to come to eastern side. Like if you want to do your international passport, you have to go to headquarters in Kaduna, in Abuja. If you want to do like police check, main police check, you have to go to Lagos. So what do you go to eastern side to do? Nothing. So there's no federal presence in the eastern side. So I'm thinking if Peter Obi should have opportunity, maybe one or two things, there will be a federal presence in the eastern side, so that if the Easterners want to go, they will know that they benefited something somehow from this country. Not that the Easterners needed it, because I know, like Nandi can say if they go in themselves, all those things will not take anything to build. I trust the Igbos; they can work hard and they can tax themselves. If you want to check out that, look at IPOB. They are, they are matching the government of Nigeria toe to toe. It's no tribe can do that. No tribe can fight after 40 years. Even before 40 years, they have actually, those that stole from them, they actually overcrossed them. No tribe, it's very hard for any tribe. So this gives you, the challenges, the extent that Igbos can go. And Igbos, by God's grace, is unstoppable. That's why I'm always proud when I say Igbos. You have to be proud. But in this case now, what do we want to do? What do we want to do? Do we want to stay and campaign for the election and allow Peter Obi, maybe if we win? I know that you can assure that Peter Obi will win. Or do you want to say no election on the eastern side? Then Peter Obi may not be able to win. They may use it against Peter Obi and say, well, you lost the election because the Easterners did not vote for you. We have to come to a conclusion. And this conclusion, we don't have much time. I know Igbos, we always say, oh, we'll do fire things. We should tell our people, and because, we are not used to all this internet or not internet now. You may give maybe 2 days to the election. Now, if you give a contradicting message, people may not be sure. They will still be scared. Nobody wants to go out there and get killed. They'll still be scared. So now we have to make sure that we clear the air. Are we going to vote? Are we going to allow vote in the eastern side or not? Should we stick with Mazi Simon Ekpa first, or should we join Igbo Congress? You see now, or should we join the World Igbo Congress and the Igbo Mandate Congress to call Mazi Simon Ekpa and ask him, please, you should stop. Let's give this election trial. That's where we have to come. Igbos, we have to talk about this. We see people, people are saying this and saying all sorts of things about Igbos, but why can't we now start talking? We have to start talking, otherwise we may lose this chance, and nobody wants to lose this chance. Either the chance of going or the chance of staying. If Simon Ekpa is fighting that way, because what will happen now, it will be a fight between Igbos versus Igbos. Because if majority say no, we don't want election, some few say we want election. Or majority say we want election, some few say we don't want election. There will be crash. And who dies? They are Igbos. That's why I cried out when I see our Igbo youth die. I cry because I know when this happen, they are the one that will defend the land, not our grandpa, not our sisters, are the young men. The youths will come out. But the youths are getting murdered secretly by the Nigerian government. But we don't want to facilitate that. So that's why, today broadcast, I said, we Igbos should sit down and discuss with ourselves, what do we want? Do we want one Nigeria? Or do we want no election? IPOB, TK, DOS, they have accepted that there's no disruption for election, that the election can go ahead. But Mazi Simon Ekpa said no, election cannot go ahead unless Nanikan is out. It is a very difficult situation now we are in. And we know what autopilot can do. So we have to start. We have to start speaking and see what we do. When I listen to that, I just feel like, oh my God, what can we do? Can we escape this? If we can't get it right now, people will not be able to come out to vote. And this is what people, that read this, and this is what people said. This is not my opinion. This is by Pascal Obasi. He said this. It's so interesting because I try to pick up some few people that say some, interesting word that it will strike you too. Pascal Obasi says, no Nnamdi Kanu, no peace. If you know you cannot release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, then keep off and allow Mazi Simon Ekpa to release him. So which means, in other way, you allow Mazi Simon Ekpa to go ahead and say there will be no election in Biafra land. That's what this person was saying now. Though his point is very valid. He said if you cannot, because they are giving you guys time to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, all this while you guys have not done that, then you allow Mazi Simon Ekpa to do it his own way, and let's see the result will come. That's what this person was saying. He said no Nnamdi Kanu, no peace. If you know you cannot release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, then keep off and allow Mazi Simon Ekpa to release him. Peter Obi is a temporary, a temporary, okay, let me just say it's a temporary solution. And we don't want that. By the special grace of God, Mazi Simon will restore Biafra this year, this very year, to the glory of God and freedom and the freedom of his people. Guys, do you buy this idea? I don't know. So this person have a very valid idea. Ohanaeze have not done anything to release Mazi Ndi Igbo. And now this person was telling them they should back off and allow Simon Ekpa to follow his own way. I know the military way is not a good way. It's not an easy way. So now I was so interested, and I love when I listen to that. I love it because it gives me idea how our people are feeling and what they really want. Okay, so we can check on that. And the next one says, now Princess Joy Obugu says, surprisingly, elders are begging IPOB they claim to have died since 1967 to let them win an election. Okay. Anyway, guys, before I continue this reading, let me play my, before I continue this, let me play my show promoter. I like to play some music, and now we have more 14 minutes to go. As our program, always mostly 1 hour, and let's see what music is here. Promoter, guys, in case you love the music, you can also play. Let's continue our program again. Like you guys know, before the start of this program, if you're just joining me, we're discussing about Simon Ekpa's lockdown on election day and what do we want to do and how can we resolve such an issue. Or should we start with Mazi Simon Ekpa in order to say there's no election in Biafra, or should we go for the election and at the end of the day we come back to Ndi Igbo? Do you have the belief that whoever that win the election will give Mazi Ndi Igbo passage, or do you want Mazi Ndi Igbo to be out in order to speak to his people before the election? So this is what we're going, and I'm taking the opportunity also to read some interested fruit from you people, from people that commented that I like the comment. So far, that's why I decide to highlight it. Some of these ones, I like the comment they write, and you can read with me if you can. This is, okay, that Pascal Bassi that I read the first time. He said, no Ndi Igbo, no peace. If you know you cannot release Mazi Ndi Igbo, then keep off and allow Mazi Simon Ekpa to release him. Peter Obi is a temporary solution, and we don't want that. by the special grace of God, Mazi Simon Ekpa will restore Biafra this very year to the glory of God and freedom of his people. Guys, listen, this person made clear, he said that Mazi Simon Ekpa, this one is a temporary, that he said this one is a temporary, and he wants if these people cannot release Martin Nandikano, and they should allow Mazi Simon Ekpa to do his own thing. That's what they want. I just see somebody says, I'm just going to put this down. Calm down. He said Mazi Simon is the best solution. Okay, okay. Some I think many of people are supporting Mazi Simon Ekpa, but like I said, there's no presence of federal government in the eastern side. Should there be opportunity, and some of our people that has money, that have investment in the north and everything, they reckon if we have to go that way, they will lose. Like remember that last year I made a program. They told me they will lose all their investment. Today, what are we going? Okay, see an example of what we are saying. Could you imagine that what P Square said against Shegu, almost of all the other side of Yoruba artists are attacking P Square. Now, if it is in the eastern side, Igbos are trusting, they will say the truth. If you're good, you're good. If you're not good, you're not good. They are not supporting anything. So after this, let me just go to other one. Princess Joy Ogugwe said this. Oh, sorry, guys. This one very faster than I expected. Okay, let me go to Precious. Precious said, I think she called him out. Princess called him out. That's true. She said, surprisingly, the elders are begging IPOB they claim to have died since 1967 to let them win an election. You see? It says surprisingly. So what are they waiting all this while? Surprisingly. I like this lady, Princess Joy. So thank you for this. Surprisingly, the elders are begging IPOB they claim to have died since 1967. Could you imagine that? To let them win an election. No, Nnamdi Kanu, no election in Biafra land, and we stand to our words. Woo! Okay, guys, that's full on. So you that are watching this, Mazi Simon is doing a great job. We know that he's doing a great job. So, guys, this is the problem now we are having. Some people are supporting Mazi Simon Ekpa. Some Igbos are saying that Mazi Simon want to cause them to lose the opportunity. And you know what? It's getting out of hand. How do we do this? Are we going to sell our brother in order to go for election? This is the same thing we just read about Mazi Simon Ekpa, the same topic. You say, hey, this topic was released by Mazi Simon Ekpa on February 7th, which means about 5 days ago. He says, in preparation for Biafran exit from Nigeria this year, 2023, and to continue showing our readiness to not validate Nigeria again, starting from no election in Biafra land, we are putting all necessary measures for the implementation and enforcement of no election in Biafran territory. Guys, you see, many of us may be here and be watching, but if you be watching, you never know if it's your friend that will be victim, or your relative, or your family member. We can be watching. We don't want to hear that. So this thing was released. This statement was released on the 7th. If you guys want to, you guys can always also go on Mazi Simon Ekpa's page, Anti-Biafra. I think some of my program probably be there too, Anti-Biafra. So I think some of my program is also there. I don't know. Somebody told me. But guys, let's say this. This statement it carries a big, a powerful word. What someone says, in preparation for Biafra exit from Nigeria this year, 2023, and to continue showing our readiness to not validate Nigeria again, starting from no Nigerian election in Biafra land, we are putting all necessary measures for the implementation and enforcement of no election in Biafran territory. Oh, they say, to do this, let's continue. Say, to do this, there will be an imposition of those two down coffee. Oh, somebody just called. I don't know who called. Anyway, guys, so if you call, you can call again. I don't know, but this is just the truth. If we say there will be confusion, so which means there will be no movement. See, the idea of this is not to impoverish our people, but to contain the movement of the Nigerian terrorists on uniform and their planned genocide in the Biafran land. So, guys, I think Mazi Simon Ekpa is talking out of experience as a military officer. This is a military, it's such to contain, now that means our people have to stay indoor. So if you're coming out, whatever you see may be your own problem. And if many of us keep quiet, and this is what will happen, that day, we shouldn't say, oh, why wouldn't you blame me? But now one thing I like in a Western world is say when you keep quiet, you actually have consent on that problem. But when you speak up, then the world will know that you are not buying that idea. You are not buying the idea. So that's what we think today. Are you buying the idea of Mazi Simon Ekpa to say no election in Biafra, or are you staying neutral? If you are staying neutral, which means you are whatever they say is yours, then if they say that they should take off the country today, you follow. And to be as a man, I always say this, as a male or as a woman, it's not good to be neutral. It's good for you to have your opinion in things. Even when people think it doesn't make sense, let it be at least your opinion. I see people say their opinion, let my words count, or let my have opinion. Just share that opinion. It's very important. So this is something that we need to continue to promote. Now someone give a reason. Say the idea of this is not to impoverish our people, but to contain the movement of Nigerian terrorists on uniform and their planned genocide in Biafra land. So he told our people that the plan of those lockdown is not to cause poverty in the land or to cause hardship for the Biafran people, but to contain the Nigerian army that will be walking around that election day. So, so total lockdown on election day. And if they have total lockdown in election day, nobody's going to vote. So if you're going to vote, whatever you see, I don't know. Then continue to say, consequently, the idea of using civilians as a shade by the terrorist army of Nigeria is hereby prohibited. Respect this order when it comes. The date and affected towns of this curfew will be announced in due date. Guys, I heard that they have announced those curfew, the order, and they have announced the area that he wants those orders to be more effective. As we go ahead, let's think and see where that's signed by Mr. Simon Ekpa. Let's listen again.
On the 23rd day of February 2023, there will be sit at home. 2. On the 24th day of February 2023, there will be lockdown in entire Biafra territory. 3. On the 25th day of February 2023, Biafra land will be under lock and key. On the 26th of February 2023, Biafra land will be sealed and will be under lock and key. There will be no movement of chicken. On the 27th of February 2023, Biafra land will be under total lock and key. On the 28th of February 2023, Biafra land will be under lock and key. And I want Biafrans to understand that this particular date and days is still subject to review. The review in the sense that the sit at home may be called off at any point in time. In addition to the aforementioned date, there will be imposition of curfew in 2 of those days. And I want people to pay attention attentively. On the 24th and on the 25th of February 2023, in addition to sit at home, there will be 6 to 6 curfew in certain areas. And listen and pay attention to those areas that this curfew will be affected. There will be an imposition of curfew in the following areas. All federal roads leading to Ebonyi, Enugu, and Imo State. And I want everybody to understand that this particular curfew, Enugu.
If you're watching, please.
And I want everybody to understand that this curfew in the following areas.
Guys, if you're watching this program, please, I want you guys to pay attention on this. We don't want to see that our people are victim of anything. Now that many of us are keeping quiet and it seems like we are accepting Mazi Simon's view. And, he says that it's wise for those areas to pay attention. If you are in that area, please take extra careful. Life have no duplicate. Although you can't be afraid in life, and there's always consequence for anything we do in life anyway. But I prefer to see people take conscience of themselves and make sure and let you not to have a conflict information. This thing I have so many times accused the Chike because he was saying this, Simon Ekpa is saying this. Now the 2 people will crash. When 2 elephants crash in the forest, the poor one suffered, the grass suffered, and grass means the poor one here. So guys, we have to come to an agreement. What do you want? Do you want election to happen in that country? Do you they're part of the country? Or do you know one election? And it will be hard for Peter Obi to win without our people voting, okay? Very, very hard for him to win without our people voting. So what do we really want? You know, say, if court frees somebody, if court frees somebody and government refuses to free the person, what do you want people to do? No election in Biafra land. I know, but like I said, a lot of people argue this, and there's no federal presence in Biafra land. And P2B is like chance for us to have, chance to get this thing. How can we do we need to trade? And if you say we want to let this thing happen, it's like you're trading your brother who goes there to fight for you about election. I think one way again, Nanikari will say yes. Because when you want to get somebody, you have to hold that person tight, in a tight place, in a tight corner. That's when people surrender. So Mazi Simon, what he's doing now is hold these people in a tight way. But they all have to go to Abuja again and tell the president, because Buhari cannot just want to leave this country in disarray. He should bring out Nanikani. If court have set him free, I think they should let that guy free so that peace will reign. Why I stopped this, and I want you guys to listen to the area he asked you guys to listen. In case if you're living in that area, be very careful on that day. Let me just put it back so that you can listen, please. Get yourself listening that particular area, and so that you don't become a victim. I don't want to hear people cry. I want people to be safe. I want people to enjoy it. Please, let's listen again.
All federal roads leading to Ebonyi, Enugu, and Imo State. And I want everybody to understand that this particular curfew, which is going to be on the 24th, in addition to sit at home, and on the 25th, in addition to sit at home, will be implemented in towns like Okigwe. Okigwe will observe, in addition to sit at home, a curfew. Oweri in Imo State province will observe curfew from 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. in addition to sit at home. Olu will observe curfew from 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. on the 24th and on the 25th. Abakaliki in Ebonyi province will observe a curfew in addition to the sit at home. Enugu metropolis will observe this curfew in addition to the sit at home. This curfew is on the 24th and on the 25th of February 2023. I want Biafrans to understand that on these days mentioned, it will be an open war between Biafra and Nigeria, because we are fighting to protect our life, our property, our villages, our culture and value.
Guys, let me just come back to this words now that he says. You see why I'm saying this now? When you hear people say open war, you know what war is all about. It says, why he asks everybody to sit down, that day it will be an open war between themselves and the Nigerian army. And he doesn't want innocent people to be a victim, like, army to use them for a shed. We know that very soon there will be movement of military in the eastern side of our states. But, military will not be in every house. You may go and you never come back. That's the problem. So now, it is time, because we still have like weeks, maybe about 2 weeks, to make this amendment, to ask our Simon either to stop or to, consider it and say, okay, well, if the president don't want to bring out an economy, maybe they should consider shifting the election date. And I don't know why. The reason why that if you win election on February, you have to wait for almost 3 months before you become a chief of the army staff, the president of the country. It's supposed, once you win the election, you get into office the following day. That's how things are supposed to be. It's not that you have to wait all this while. So Simon openly tell you now that they want is going to be war between them and the Nigerian army. Now, people doesn't want to go away where there's bullet going everywhere, flying everywhere. You don't want to be, you don't want to be a victim of circumstance. You want to be in your home, lock up yourself inside. But that day's election is going on. Do we want this? There will not be election in 5 states in the Igbo land. That's mostly now. And in fact, other places we take, because I'm having other places like some Bayelsa area are taking and some Niger Delta area are taking the same thing. So there will be a big problem, a big shutdown. So how do we go about this? What can we do? How do we screw this? Ohanaeze Ndi Igbo have sent, I know Nnawodo and the current chairman, they are not in good terms with Simon anyway. So they send Ezife. Ezife is the one now communicating, trying to make amend to the thing. I was like, so somebody that told me, send me all these things today. No, not today. Send it to me on Thursday. Yeah. So he said some of these things. I say, I can't be able to convince people. All I have to say it as it is, then people can make their choice. Myself, I need my choice. Like myself, you ask me my opinion. I know my opinion should not count. You also make your own research and make your own opinion, okay? But my opinion is that there should be election, and then there will be a presence of Nigerian this thing in our own place. And we can in future think of how to continue or not continue. But majority have their own idea, and if majority feel that is the best idea, they can go ahead and continue. So guys, let's continue and finish this thing up. And my time is running out. My time is running out. So guys, we have clocked almost 1 hour now. So guys, soon I want to thank everybody that are watching me. I'm telling you, once we finish this thing, then we can be saying goodbye or somehow. But thank you for staying around. I'll be trying to come down now. I'll be trying to come down every Sunday. maybe late time this Sunday or Saturday. I'll try to announce. You guys say I should put it and tell you guys when I'm coming. I'll be trying to come in every Sunday by this time. So I guess this time is probably around 1 or 2 Nigerian time. So I'll be coming before then. I'll come around 9 my time, which is around 12 noon Nigerian time on Sunday. So you can always try to come and catch me. Let's share opinion. If not only Biafra, even Australia. People are asking me about school in Australia. So one day I will take up my time and just post all your school university on my page here. Then you can look at some. I can put some private. I'll write to tell you guys that it's a private university. And I can put some and tell you that this one is a government university. I will also give you, we have TAFE. TAFE is like a place you do your diploma. You know, you do diploma, you can get small. So those one will not cost you much money too. I'll put it. I'm not a what I call it, immigration agent. You can contact the school direct, but if you're a genuine, you can get me. I can help you rank and tell them if you are working towards it. So I will do that. I'll help you rank and do that much for you. Anyway, one day they will come. I will do that for you because people are asking me about school and this and that. I will come and do that for you. But today, let's finish this one. And I hope there are some of us that will share our thoughts and view. And you guys that will watch this later will make a decision and see, are we going to support this or we are going to allow Mazi Simon Ekpa to continue. Let's finish.
Nigeria government sent to come and fight Biafra, we will engage you. Let this particular announcement go very viral for everybody to know that on the 24th and on the 25th of February 2023, in addition to sit at home on these days, we are having curfew in Imo State, mostly in Imo State. This curfew will be in Okiwe, Owerri, Olu.
So guys, I have come to this, and I think we are now in the hands of God mercy. I don't know if we are going forward or we are going back. What are we communicating? Mazi Simon group, I don't know if they are fighting the Nigerian soldiers or they are fighting the IPOB militaries. But in any way, they have to make a decision. Are we going to buy this idea? Are we going to say no to it? What are we? We don't want to see our brothers getting lost in something different. We don't want to see that. We want to make sure that we have such a good life. We want to make sure that our brothers are able to enjoy life. So what we just had now, I want you to pause the program. You can send your comment letter or something when you listen to this program and make sure and decide if we are going to obey Mazi Simon's view and things that he believed that's the best way for us to go. I think that we have to work. Nigerian government is not helping the matter. Holding Nnamdi Kanu there is not the best. They need to release Nnamdi Kanu to come out and speak to the people. So we have to ask Ohanaeze Ndi Igbo the effort that they are making now to see that election hold. What stopped them from making such an effort to see that Martin Nnamdi Kanu is being released? He's fighting for us and he's fighting for me and you. We want to see that thing. We want to see him have a good life, at least have a smile. If he comes out and speak to his people, whatever he wants is what they go for. So guys, thank you tonight for those that are calling and thank you for those that shared my program tonight. And I still love you guys. And guys, please check out my YouTube. Check out our video that will be coming out on, I think, tomorrow on Wednesday. So guys, check out those videos too about Peter Okoye. Shegu have been making noise. Peter Okoye is a legend of African music, not only Nigeria. Like promoter I played now, promoter music is more interesting than fella music. I'm telling you now. So if you like, you believe it or not, promoter music is more interesting than fella music. Fella music do not add value to people. We just empathize with him because of his mom death, not because of the fella music. A lot of people have sing. When we talk about music, you talk about Magic for Shake. That's the people that sing those days. So we don't take those things. We just like sympathizing with him because of what fella passed through by Okoti, his brother. One of his brother that's using government to fight him, not even the government. His brother is using the government to fight him. So his son should get his head in the history and stop attacking Peter Obi. African great. Davido, Whiskey, some of these guys are benefiting from Peter Okoye's effort. Anyway, guys, saying this, let's hope that we have a wonderful time and have a wonderful weekend and happy Sunday to you and wherever you're watching from. I'll just say thank you, guys, and also thank you for those that have subscribed on my YouTube. Let's play this music. Oh my God, I like this music. Let's listen to this music. This story is so this very music is very important. So guys, let's read. I'll read these things again. I go again. Say if the court frees somebody and government refuses to free the person, what do you want people to do? Well, okay, say no election in Biafra land. Biafra must go. I'll get this one. And one of these ones says, thank God Chisom. Thank God Chisom tells us, he say, Biafra are tired of staying in Nigeria. And we are tired of suffering and slaving Nigeria. Nigeria is number third, the most deadliest terrorist country on the earth. Wow, really? I have not checked that. But you know, there's an index that says that even the Biafrans staying with Nigeria cost them each year. It costs Biafran 1 trillion or about 3 billion each year. It costs you for living in Nigeria. And that 3 billion they are saying is either been damaged by the talks like Alaye and all this Islamic Eshabal. I think you have reckoned that some Biafran people that own Biafra in the north, this Eshabal will go there and destroy it. You reckon that sometimes some of the Yoruba talks, they will just organize themselves and go to Alaba market and start burning Igbo things or start looting Igbo things. Some of them, they go to their warehouse and loot their thing. So, and unfortunately, Igbos don't do that. You see the money is something that is scarce. Do you see Igbos going to burn banks? They don't do that. Even Igbos, we have the poor. We still have this small mentality that guide us. So let's think about that. But Peter Obi, have opportunity. Maybe Peter Obi will fix it and wake up people. So guys, thank you very much. And I almost say thank you for watching me. Biafrans are fully ready to fight an order. Oh my God. So guys, anyway, let's keep this conversation going and thank you for watching. But I just communicated this program today and I hope we can all make good decision and watch out the time. See you next week. And by this time, I will come early, which will be maybe probably 12 o'clock, 12 noon, your Nigerian time there, or your Biafran time or Dudua time. Just compare that. In Australia today, now is 12. Why it's in the morning? I wanted to watch soccer anyway, but around 1 o'clock. So now it's 12:19 a.m. So guys, as you say, thank you for watching and enjoy. Let's see again. The Obi.